For years, criminal profiler Pat Brown has been teaching us how to think like a criminal to get inside their minds. Well, now she's trying to help us protect young girls with her new book, How to Save Your Daughter's Life. Straight talk for parents from America's top criminal profiler. Pat, good to see you.
Hey, good morning.
So, why did you decide to, what inspired you to focus on protecting girls, our daughters?
Well, you know, I do a lot of television, and of course I'm always doing television when there's something terrible that's happened, homicides and rapes and mass murders and all of that. And so I'm always talking about what happened to some poor innocent person. And a lot of these people are young girls, they're teenagers, there are high school girls, there are college girls. And I keep trying to get the information out there, how we can protect these girls, and it doesn't seem to be enough of it. So I wrote a book.
Well, the first thing you say, you've really got to be active and monitor their media, whether it's computers, what they're watching on TV, what they're reading in books.
Well, the thing is, you know, what predators are out there, and unless we get all of them put away, which I kind of would like that to happen, but it's not going to in our system today. And so we're not going to get them all put away. So our girls are going to be out there, and we have to look at it from a predator's point of view. They're looking for prey, and we don't want our daughters to be that prey. They look to see whether they're in isolated locations. They look to see if they're small and easy to grab. They look to see if they're vulnerable in any other way, emotionally vulnerable, or they've got, you know, for bullies, for example, bullies will target in on a girl who has a fragile ego. So we have to work with our girls.
For example, you say you should have your daughters take martial arts classes.
No, absolutely not. No.
Oh.
Actually, that's one of the no. Actually, yes, if you go to take martial arts to get strong, to learn the art of martial arts, you're going to go 3 times a week for 3 years and become a black belt. That's great. But what they do today to make you feel like your girls are going to be safer, you send your girl off to a 3-night class, or maybe a 3-hour class, and they learn to punch like this. Have you ever seen girls punch?
Well, I got to tell you, there's some girls in my son's martial arts class that I would be very afraid
But
of.
they're in the martial arts class. They're not taking these self-defense classes.
Yeah, well, that's what I asked. You said take martial arts.
Martial arts is okay. Self-defense, the problem is they're real quick classes. They give them a false sense of confidence. So your girls go out there, they learn to punch like that, as I say. They learn to kick in high heels, and they're not going to do it. And when you get a little flyweight like your daughter in with Mike Tyson, who's that guy that jumps out on the bike trail who's, you know, foaming at the mouth and he's 200 pounds of psychopath, she's going to lose. What she should carry is an alarm. One of those alarms, you pull the pin.
Or siren whistle.
Siren whistle. You pull the pin and it screeches so loudly, he's going to go crazy and run away.
We got a question from a parent sent us a tweet. John asking, how can I keep my daughter safe while she's going on trips with the local high school marching band?
Yeah, that's a good question, because first of all, we have to protect our girls in our own homes.
Sure.
That's the first thing we have to look at. Are our own homes safe? And we have to watch who we bring into them. But then we have to look at where our girls go out to. If they're going out on trips, do we trust the adults? Do we trust the other kids? And if we can't, our girls shouldn't be there. And then if they are going to go out, if we feel it's a pretty good situation, we have to understand our own daughters. We have to look at their own vulnerabilities. You know, what are our daughters like? Some girls are real tough. Some girls are not so tough. Some girls are a little bit on the wild side and looking for trouble. Other girls would say, oh, I don't want to do that. You have to know your own daughter.
And in fact, some critics, though, say they feel that you're blaming the victim in this because of their behavior instead of the actions of the criminals. What do you say to that?
Right. Well, they want to think that, you know, our daughters, it doesn't matter what they do, what you wear, where you go. You know that old story. You know, no girl deserves to be raped. No, they don't. But there are girls who will draw rapists to them. By where they are, they're drinking too much, they're walking into a parking lot late at night, they can't control the date rape, almost 99–100% alcohol fueled. Because girls go out and have fun, and the predator, he is targeting your girl. He's looking around and saying, is your girl the one? Right. We have to train them not to be the one. We have to look at their behaviors, teach them, you know, to be really, really smart.
All right, Pat Brown, thanks so much.
Thanks a lot.
Coming up next, we've got Chef Curtis Stone preparing a gourmet meal that includes crispy pork belly. Next.